is CTV News.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us. Thick black smoke billowed into the air late this afternoon after a fire on Windsor's East End. The fire started around 4:30 this afternoon. It's at a plaza located at 6711 Tecumseh Road East, which is near Lausanne. Fire Chief Jamie Waffle says crews were able to respond quickly, put out the fire, and keep it contained to the roof. The fire did not spread to nearby businesses. Chief Waffle says it's too early to pinpoint a damage estimate, but he says no one was hurt. Investigators are now trying to figure out what sparked the fire. We spoke with one worker in the plaza who explains what it was like to see all that smoke.
It looked like it started on the roof because the whole smoke was on the roof, and it was like so much. Like you can see it's not from the inside. They have sent a message that we will not be able to work today until they check everything because there is like some smoke in our restaurant, and you know we have gas and everything, so safety comes always first.
Meantime, in Chatham, Kent, this garage fire sparked last night on Grand River Line around 6:30. Fire officials say 2 vehicles were in the garage at the time. Firefighters were able to knock the fire down before it could spread, but not before it caused $250,000 in damage. No one was hurt. The cause will go down as undetermined. Meantime, in Windsor, firefighters were called out around 10:30 Wednesday for a vacant home fire on Linwood Place. That's on the city's west side. Officials say this is not the first fire at this property, and they were forced to battle it from outside and prevent it from spreading. The home was not only vacant but also boarded up. Windsor police have been notified, and they're asking anyone who saw anything or captured any suspicious activity on security camera footage to contact them. Windsor police were asking residents to avoid the 300 block of McEwen Avenue for several hours today due to an active investigation involving an armed suspect.
The Windsor Police Tactical Unit, you're under arrest. The residence is surrounded.
Tense moments for sure this morning on McEwen Avenue. Police were called to the neighborhood searching for a man believed to be armed with a butcher knife, but as you can see, it escalated into a standoff. After a few hours, police said they had made arrest, but they aren't saying tonight whether or not any charges will be laid. Authorities are hoping you know this person, 27-year-old Patrick Gregory McFadden. They allege he's involved in a robbery that happened Tuesday afternoon on Olette near Tuscarora. A woman was knocked off her bike and struck in the head with a metal water bottle by 2 men she knew. The men then stole money and an MP3 player from her. One person has already been arrested, but a warrant has now been issued for McFadden's arrest. Windsor police have released new crime stats for May 2026, showing a mixed picture across the city. Crimes against people dropped by more than 19%, driven by fewer assaults, robberies, and sexual offenses. However, property crimes rose just over 8%, with increases in fraud, theft, and break-and-enter incidents. Other criminal code violations also climbed 19%, partly due, officials say, to more bail violations and counterfeit currency offenses. In court today, a sentencing hearing has been delayed again for a man who has admitted to killing a Tilbury man. 55-year-old Henry Newdorf was killed in January 2024. Last September, David Trelout pleaded guilty to second-degree murder. His sentencing hearing was first postponed in March and rescheduled to today in Chatham-Kent Court, but it was delayed yet again. The hearing has now been pushed to September 22nd, which will be close to 1 year since Trelout pleaded guilty. And in Windsor Superior Court, a pathologist testified today at the murder trial of a LaSalle man. As CTV's Stephanie Mazzotti reports, the jury trial is halfway done.
Around 7:15 a.m. on January 20th, 2024, surveillance video captured these popping sounds on Valeria Avenue in Lakeshore. The man accused of firing those shots and killing 47-year-old Tony Bashara is Glenn Mayer of LaSalle, now facing a charge of first-degree murder after learning his wife Lillian and Bashara were having an affair. In Superior Court Thursday, the Crown called forensic pathologist Dr. Elena Tugaleva. After analyzing Bashara's body, she identified 5 wounds, one to his right forearm, another to his upper right chest, a third to the back of his upper right arm, a fourth to his right abdomen, and a graze to his right forearm. In cross-examination, the defense asked very specifically about the bullet wounds, direction of the projectiles, and where the wounds were. Dr. Tugaleva referred the defense to firearms specialists numerous times. The defense is expected to present its opening submissions and call up its first witness on Monday. Stephanie Mazzotti, CTV News.
The University of Windsor is projecting yet another deficit for the upcoming school year. According to posts on their financial department website, the deficit is going to be $7.4 million next year. The year after, officials hope it will drop to 5.8 by 2028. They are projecting a surplus by 2029. The website indicates they will navigate the challenging times with, quote, cost reductions, operational changes, and strategic use of one-time provincial government funding. Measures the university says will mitigate immediate pressures while laying the groundwork for deeper structural change. Tonight's the night for the town of Tecumseh to consider development charges. As we've been reporting all week, municipalities can apply for federal and provincial funding to help spur housing development. The catch is each municipality must agree to cut development charges, but taxpayers could be on the hook if the development doesn't materialize. And there's no promise the savings will be passed along to the consumer. However, builders have also told us this could be a good opportunity to start putting up more smaller homes. Tonight, Tecumseh decided to apply for the funding, and if they are approved, administration has been tasked with a full financial overview before Tecumseh signs on the dotted line. So far this week, Windsor, Essex, Kingsville, Lakeshore, and LaSalle have all decided to apply for funding. Amherstburg is declining, and Leamington has yet to debate this issue. Your postal code may be doing more than delivering your mail. New data suggests where you live could also play a role in your car insurance rates. We get that story tonight from CTV's Travis Fortnum.
When it comes to car insurance, where you live can matter almost as much as how you drive. My Choice, an online insurance comparison website, analyzed about 1,000 Windsor insurance quotes collected last year, finding drivers in South Windsor were the most likely to report a crash on their record, while the Ojibwe area had the lowest rate.
I think one of the biggest factors is how much driving happens in the area.
South Windsor is home to some of the city's busiest commercial corridors, meaning more vehicles, more trips, and more opportunities for collisions. And insurance experts say those trends matter.
Insurance is based on statistics. If you live in an area that has more loss, more collisions or more thefts or more severe collisions, the likelihood that they're going to have to pay out a claim for your vehicle is greater.
But Windsor police say when they look at crashes across the city, the bigger common denominator isn't a specific neighborhood, it's intersections. More than 65% of collisions investigated this year have happened at intersections.
And a lot of this is contributed to whether it's construction happening in the area, high volume of traffic, people who are not paying attention to the road.
Police say distraction, speeding, and following too closely continue to show up in crash after crash.
That's it right there. You have to pay attention when you're coming to these major intersections.
The Insurance Bureau of Canada says shopping around may help drivers find a better rate, but there's one shortcut you don't want to take.
One thing that you don't want to do is use a false postal code to get a lower rate, because that's insurance fraud.
Travis Fortnum, CTV News.
A rare sighting in South Windsor this afternoon. Yes, those are the snowbirds. The performance crew took off from YQG this afternoon. They landed around 1:30 to refuel before taking off again just before 4. Mark Galvin with YQG tells us the crew was inbound from Barrie and headed over the border destined for a show in Columbus, Ohio. Thanks to Larry Malhot for sending us this great video. And thousands of kilometers away from Canada's historic effort on the pitch, soccer fans gathered here in Windsor to cheer on their nation. Hundreds of fans gathering outside Windsor City Hall to take in the action tonight. Playing in Vancouver, Canada dismantled Qatar 6-0 for their first ever World Cup victory. Team Canada tied Bosnia-Herzegovina last week. They will now take on Switzerland next Wednesday, shooting to win Group B. Here at home, fans are feeling good about Canada's chance to move on.
I'm hoping so. I really want them to win.
I think we have a better chance.
I can't handle it. I keep checking my watch. My heart rate keeps going up higher and higher. Every time they get close to a goal, I panic.
CTV meteorologist Gary Archibald has your full weather details coming up in 2 minutes' time.
Value never goes out of style.
And still ahead, your first look at what Windsor's Zellers might look like. CTV meteorologist Gary Archibald joins me now with a look at the weather. And wow, Gary, what a windy day out there today.
Yes, you're right about that. We saw a lot of damage on the ground, Michelle, with tree branches, of course, a lot of the limbs from dead trees that were not doing so well. They become susceptible, certainly when wind fields are in that 80-kilometer-plus range for wind gusts. Sustained winds were a steady 45 to 55 at times over the last, say, 12 to 16 hours. Reached a high close to 22. Our average high is just shy of 26. It has been a cloudy, windy, but seasonal day in terms of temperatures. A massive system of low pressure. In fact, there are two that are sliding across Ontario and Quebec, and in unison helping to drive those northwesterly winds right across the Great Lakes, and in particular Lake Huron, and of course right through Lake Michigan and Lake Erie. The good news is the worst of the weather in terms of thunderstorms is well to our east. The bad news is we'll see another round of some gusty winds. I don't think they'll be as strong, but they will be out of the west and northwest over the next 24 hours towards the afternoon. In fact, interestingly enough, we are in the lull right now between midnight and about 4 a.m. winds down to about 10-15 kilometers per hour. Good news also is the rainfall is not likely to repeat in terms of the overall spread and accumulation. Some areas saw some significant ponding with that deluge that we dealt with yesterday. Overnight temperatures down to a cool below seasonal 13 degrees Celsius. Again, the winds likely to be in that 10 to 15 kilometer per hour range, so it's a light breeze, but they will pick up by noon tomorrow. Here's the breakdown for your Friday. Sunny to start, clear through the overnight, in fact, through to about dawn. And by 8 a.m., we're up to 16 pleasant degrees. Westerlies sustained at around 20, so it's a bit breezy, but windy by the midday and certainly the afternoon. We'll see winds out of the west, then northwest, sustained at 30 with gusts in the 40-plus range towards the afternoon. Let's take a look at the next 7 days, the highs and lows in terms of daytime temperatures presented. Icons giving you an idea of the sky conditions or coverage or lack thereof. Tomorrow, although cloudy, it's probably less than 30%, maybe about 25% chance of seeing showers. So it's a cloudy day, but keep the umbrella nearby. Not likely to see rain with a low probability on Saturday as well. The good news is Sunday, Father's Day, looks sunny, clear, and comfortable. So enjoy that. Just remember your sunglasses, sunscreen. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, the average temperature over that 4-day stretch, about 24, almost 25 degrees Celsius for Windsor. Chatham County a little bit cooler at 24. And that's a look at your weather. Michelle?
Thanks, Gary. A team of volunteer doctors and nurses are launching a new program this weekend to help Chatham-Kent's most vulnerable population. As CTV's Chris Campbell reports, it's rolling out without any government funding. just to fill the most basic of need.
At Hope Haven, staff see the effects of untreated medical conditions every day. Cuts become infected wounds, chronic illnesses go unmanaged, and simple health concerns often become much more serious because people don't seek treatment.
We see a lot of people struggle with wounds is the primary thing, but we've also had some people that have passed out because of blood pressure or blood sugar being low, and these are all things that we feel like the nurses can come in and assess and assist with in an environment that they're already comfortable in.
Beginning Saturday, volunteer nurses and a nurse practitioner will offer free health assessments, wound care, and basic treatment at the shelter. Hope Haven says the goal is to remove the barriers that often prevent those less fortunate from accessing care.
They have barriers to going to sit and emerge for hours, just like all of us do. They may not have a family doctor, they may not have appropriate a health card. So this clinic is needed because none of those things matter if they're here and they want to be seen.
Registered practical nurse Jennifer Tape says catching problems early is key.
If we can figure out if someone has an infection early, then we can, stop it from going septic or making it worse or possibly even losing a limb. So the earlier the intervention, the better.
The clinic will operate entirely through volunteers with no outside funding. Hope Haven also hopes to connect clients with family doctors and provide education that improves long-term health while becoming a model for shelters across the region.
It's going to succeed. There is no if. But I just think it's going to be a wonderful program that will continue on for people to be able to access that is very low barrier. And that alone will make it a success.
The free clinic will run every Saturday from 10:30 until 1:30. Hope Haven organizers continue to look for volunteers and donated medical supplies to support the initiative.
We're going to have a healthy Chatham-Kent at the end of this.
In Chatham, Chris Campbell, CTV News.
In Cottam, the province is investing more than $5 million into a single school. Gosfield North Public School is expanding to fit 55 more students and to create 70 daycare spots. However, construction won't start until September 2027, with the hopes it will be ready for students within a year. Windsor is getting a new retailer next month, but for now, enjoy this sneak peek at what the new Zellers might look like. CTV's John Vanavalli-Rao attended a grand opening with a look back at the Canadian classic retailer.
Whether posing with Zeddy the Bear or lining up for a new take on the Zellers Diner featuring the classic Big Zed burger.
Ooh, I like Zellers. I miss Zellers long time. Ooh.
Judging from the crowds at the checkout counter, shoppers are welcoming Zellers' return to Ontario, the province where it was born.
There was always somewhere where I'd go on the weekends to look for good stuff, and it was sad when they left. So I'm quite happy that they're back.
This is the second store to open as part of the brand's latest comeback, which began last year in Edmonton.
Who gives you more, Zellers or the competition?
Of course, millions of Canadians remember shopping at Zellers, a retailer that started almost a century ago. But in 2013, the stores largely disappeared. Hudson's Bay tried to revive the brand inside its own locations, but that effort failed when the Bay itself collapsed. Now Zellers is back under new owners who believe shoppers will like what they see amid an affordability crisis.
Value never goes out of style, so that's very important to note. We feel that right now is a great time for bringing Zellers back.
The retailer are offering up T-shirts for as low as $10, and experts say its lower price point could appeal to struggling families.
It is part of a trend of a gravitation toward value. So if you look at folks like Dollarama, Giant Tiger, Costco, Walmart, they've all done really well being value players.
Zellers' new owners say they hope to open stores across the country. Some analysts think it could fill a need as the trade dispute with the U.S. continues.
We really need a Canadian player in the discount end of the market to give some consumers choice in terms of where they're buying and whether or not they're buying Canadian.
And the nostalgia, for now at least, proving popular. Meanwhile, the next new Zellers is slated to open in Windsor, Ontario next month. John Vanavalli-Rao, CTV News, Toronto.
On On the markets, the TSX lost 156 points, but in New York, the Dow gained 72. The Nasdaq added 496. The Canadian dollar dropped half a cent today, and on commodity markets, gold fell more than $135 an ounce. Oil lost 16 cents a barrel. Start your day with the latest local news. By signing up for our newsletter, you'll get direct local content straight from CTV Windsor to your inbox, including top stories, the forecast, and videos. You can sign up at ctvnewswindsor.ca. Another busy weekend is on deck. With a quick look at some options, here's our Melanie Kentner and Johnny Parks from 89X with What's Up, YQG.
Yeah, we're back at the Cherry Rock Lounge. Johnny, did you bring your beer pong table this time?
I will be on Sunday. Yeah, we were giving away some 89X prizes for anyone who could sink some cups, so you definitely want to be here for our latest Summer Sunday series. We're here with Jade to tell us more about it.
Hey there. So Summer Sundays at the Cherry Rock Lounge. We're partnering with 89X to bring you live music and ice-cold drinks.
It's going to be a great time. Now, what's the main band coming this time around?
We have Prisoner this time.
Yeah, they're awesome. I was just listening to their album Kill the King. They're on the Call the Reaper tour. Who else is going to be on the bill for that?
We also have Lewd Antics from Edmonton. And No Exceptions from London.
And you guys got some other pretty cool games going on here, too.
Yeah, we have some free pool tables and arcade games.
And what time should people start showing up?
Well, we open at 7, and then the band starts at 8, but come at any time. We're just at the Cherry Rock Lounge at 63 Pitt Street East.
And what about the drink specials and the cost, that kind of thing?
So it's $10 cover, but don't forget about our drink specials. We have $7.75 double wells all night, along with our $5 1,800 shots.
Just making sure I have enough cash here. I should be good, I think.
Good, you're good. Looks like you got lots in there. You can share some with me.
Yeah, I know about that.
Alrighty, thanks, Jade, so much. It's going to be an awesome time on Sunday, and we'll put all the links to that on our website. Now, Johnny, there are a few other things that we got to talk about this weekend, including at the casino.
Yeah, Jan Arden is going to be at Caesars Windsor.
Insensitive. That was not how you sing that.
Yeah, your guess is as good as mine.
Okay, let's move to wrestling next.
NCG Pro Wrestling in LaSalle, baby. We got the Headbangers Ball with Mosh and Thrasher.
I love that voice. Okay, and something else for the families out there.
Yeah, Carousel of Nations Week 2. All the villages that you missed, check it out online to see which ones you want to go to. And, of course, at the Riverfront, they got the world's finest shows carnival back in town.
Woo, going to be another fun one. Thank you so much. And that's What's Up, YQG.
And then later this summer, a brand new festival is coming to Sandwichtown. The first Port Windsor Music and Arts Festival is scheduled for July 5th. It will be held on various stages at Mackenzie Hall, Mary E. Bibb Park, the New Queen's Pier, and restaurants in the neighborhood. The day begins with a color guard and military marching band making its way down Sandwich Street. The free festival has grown from only jazz music to having something for everyone.
It was maybe that if they weren't a jazz fan, they weren't coming down here. They weren't enjoying everything we had to offer. So we've changed that up and also given us the opportunity to diversify our music lineups as well. But we want to keep this as an annual event.
At last night's PWHL draft, 4 local ladies were on the list. Unfortunately, none of them were drafted, but the dream isn't dead. The women can still go to a tryout camp and try to earn a lucrative spot on one of the rosters. At least one local woman isn't giving up.
Very hopeful. It's okay at the end of the day. Sometimes, sometimes I'm a little shorter, so sometimes I don't get the benefit of the doubt, but I want to show that I can play just as good as anyone else and make a team. So just need the opportunity and I'll make it happen.
And congratulations again to Steve Vanini, the women's soccer coach at St. Clair College. This time he's the National Collegiate Coach of the Year. That's all sports, all leagues, all teams.
The sacrifice of many, and just my name's on that trophy when I can
I can put this whole institution on there, you know, from my players to the school to my family to everybody. It's awesome.
And let's take one last look at the weather. Here's CTV meteorologist Gary Archibald with the windy forecast.
Yes, you're right about that, Michelle. Windy tomorrow afternoon. Westerlies switching to northwesterlies. We could see gusts in the 40-50 range, not nearly as strong as what was the deal yesterday and certainly early this morning. Showers a possibility both Friday and Saturday. Sunday, though, looks bright and sunny at this juncture and a very comfortable, just a beautiful day to be outdoors. Take dad for brunch, go for a walk, picnic. Doesn't matter. Just enjoy the moment with that special guy in your life, of course. And note, the overnights are coolish as we head towards the weekend. Yes, dads are special, just like moms, too. So enjoy it. Monday, showers, cool 21. And then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we are low to mid-20s. Some fair weather followed by some showers as we head towards Thursday, a week from now. Michelle.
Caesars Windsor Cares brought their big check to the VON today. The $10,000 donation will help pay for 1,200 meals for vulnerable seniors in our community. 64,000 meals were delivered last year in Windsor, Essex, and the need continues to grow.
There's a lot of people in need. They might not have the connections, so when they reach out to us and we know that we've been able to facilitate community funding to help those people, it's a great positive feeling for us and our volunteers.
And congratulations and thank you to all the brave rappellers out there. The Show Us Your Brave campaign raised over $400,000 for the Windsor Cancer Center Foundation. 115 brave souls raised money and agreed to scale down the side of the CIBC building 170 feet down to Riverside Drive this past May. The money will now be put to good use for new equipment, programs, and research to support cancer patients and survivors right here in Windsor, Essex. And on that positive note, that's all the time we have for tonight. Thanks so much for joining us. I'll see you tomorrow night at 6 and 11 o'clock right here. Good night.